Okay, happy Saturday, June 13, one of my favorite numbers, 13. I am now in Tucson, Arizona, and I have a couple days before Mandy the medium, Mandy Hope the medium, is going to be joining me in the search for Nancy Guthrie. So there's a lot going on this week with Nancy Guthrie. I know that it's been announced that a big tip has come in, and people think that Nancy is buried in an unmarked grave along the U.S.-Mexican border, and that there are a small search group going out to follow that lead. I'm going to make a prediction. Nancy Guthrie is not there. She will not be found there at all. She was never taken close to Mexico. She never made it out of a 30-minute radius from her home. That is what I'm sticking to. I believe it so firmly. I got on a plane and got my you-know-what down here. So, and there's a lot of speculation now. I'll tell you something that I just found out behind the scenes. Now, I did have a helper, a beautiful helper that is one of my YouTubers. She was going to join me. She had a change of heart. I hope she's okay. She's had a change of heart because she lives in the state. She knows how dangerous and it can be down here, and there is a lot of crime. So she backed out of coming with me to do searches, and I respect this so much because searching for missing people is no mild affair. It is challenging and trying and testing and emotional. And it can even be polarizing because when you're working with spirit, boy, I'm telling you, if spirit doesn't want you present, you will be removed from something. If spirit doesn't want you to have access, you will not move through. So I respect that my helper has just exited from this. It is showing me that she respects her own spirit. This is imperative, and I would never, ever want someone joining me in dangerous, crazy things. I'm led by spirit. I know when I feel safe. I've had physical things that have protected me from spirit. I could have been raped and murdered in Cuba, and a spirit saved my life there by literally just speaking to me and showing me a vision right here that someone was coming for me behind me, and actually had followed me for 30 minutes along a Havana beach. I could have been you-know-what, and a spirit warned me. I got out of it alive. I shocked that mother out of, the darkness. He didn't think I could do anything to prevent it, and my spirits helped me prevent it. So that's how led I am by spirit. That's how much I trust that if I'm going into something that could be dangerous, my spirits have my back. They have never let me down. I don't expect people to have the same experiences. I'm at a whole different level. And I don't even know how or why. I just know that I'm not going to panic and I'm not going to fear. And, I've had enough fear in the past. I've had serious PTSD from working with police in Canada on cases. I suffered deeply and immensely, but I'll tell you something. I just don't feel any fear on this trip. I haven't had one reservation. I haven't had one glitch of fear. Believe me, I respect when fear is a warning as well. I'm telling you, I haven't felt a speck of fear. So if anything, I am so freaking exhausted from my Canadian life that I just need a breather here. And I do want to shout out to Mandy, Mandy Hope, medium from Wisconsin. She is one strong, in-tune woman. I am moved deeply that she's kind of coming to rescue me. You know what? I have an air-conditioned vehicle, and I have a lot of wherewithal, and I feel really safe in a vehicle. And where I want to be searching, we're really not going to be on foot a lot. We need a vehicle. Let's think about this. If you were the perpetrators who took Nancy, you have a body, right? Now, bodies, especially when they are deceased, they're very heavy. For the visions that I've been seeing from the beginning, tuning into these perpetrators, where I think they hang, where I think they could be even living, the three main perps that keep playing in my head. As you know, I already have enough information on perp 3. It's going to the FBI. But when I talk about perp 1 and 2 that are in her home the night she's kidnapped, I've always said that they are family and that they could be a generation apart. So that could be mother, son, father, daughter, uncle, nephew. Just think about any of that. A generation apart. They're family. I'm convinced of it. What keeps also coming into my mind as I keep looking at those two perps in the house, you know, they took her, remember, somewhere. They took her, I believe, no more than 30 minutes away from her home. And she has told me the perpetrators are 28 minutes from her home. So wherever they have ranch, I believe it's a ranch style. Now, here in Arizona, there are loads of ranches. Loads of people have horses. Horses have been shown to me in the tea readings. Even in Phoenix, there was this incredible painting on the wall. If you saw my image that I took of the cardinal of the painted cardinal on a mural in Phoenix 2 nights ago, what was really incredible is from a distance, as I saw the cardinal walking towards it, there was another image beside it, and I couldn't see the full image because it was hidden by some tree leaves and branches. But as I approached it, I could have sworn I saw a horse painted on the wall. But by the time I got closer, because I didn't have my glasses on, by the time I got closer, I could have sworn it was a horse. I was like, oh my God, there's a horse, and horses helping me, right? Well, what's wild is the closer I got to that painting, it was actually a bear. So the bear had transformed into a horse for me to see horse. Isn't that powerful? And these types of visual changes happen all the time when spirit wants me to see something. So I believe that was horse spirit saying, I am with you, and I do feel horse. So I just want to honor that. But today, just going back to thinking about these perps, as I'm waiting for Mandy, I feel really safe in my own car here. So I'm going to be doing my own recon. I'm going to be driving East Orange Grove today to just get a feel. I'm going to film it also because I am very determined to say that was the escape route, and I am greatly appreciative to my twin sister. She gave me that tidbit of information, and I just love it when I ask my sister to, like, hey, can you check this out for me? And she gives me like these, like, our spirits must work together, knowing that I've got a little puzzle piece missing, and I think our spirits work together, and they kind of go, hey, sis, she needs that little piece. So Ellen filled in two critical points for me on this, and we truly believe that the exit route for these perpetrators is East Orange Grove Road. So I'm going to be filming it for you guys to see, and people have said that it's a very direct route to Highway 77, and I believe that's what happened. I believe they turned right out of Nancy's driveway going north, and if you look at her neighborhood, you can see that I do believe that is north. If you got the correct address for Nancy, turn right out of the driveway, and then you just kind of snake like through a couple of the streets, and you can make it to East Orange Grove very easily. And coincidentally, that would be one of the natural routes to take to get from Nancy's home to Annie's home on the other side. I believe they're on the other side of 77. So I'm going to be driving that today, and I'm going to be going up to, there are 2 ranches. I'm not going to name them because I'm in territory here, right, folks? I'm not going to name the ranches that I suspect, but what I do suspect is it is a family ranch. I have 2 names that I'm going to be looking into today, and I'm going to be just going up because I believe she was held in an outbuilding, barn, stables, maybe. So this could be, I believe that's why horse is helping me. I actually believe that these people are connected to horsing around, horseback riding, horse ranching. You tell me, but that's what I am on the theme of today. I'm going to go horsing around. I'm going to have some eggs Benny to get some energy going here. And then I'm just going to watch where spirit leads me. And one of the areas that we're considering is Marana. And I'm going to tell you, watching how spirit also is guiding me. I was taking the 10 south from Phoenix yesterday, and the sunset was gorgeous. I could see it in my rear view, and I just kept watching it in my rear view because I didn't want to pull over or anything. And then I distinctly heard spirit kind of tell me now, and I heard sunset, right? So I thought, okay, it looked safe. I pulled over. I had my really great camera with me too. I have a really good Nikon, and I started taking some shots of the sunset. And what was crazy, I didn't realize where I was when spirit told me to stop. And I got out, and there was the sign for Marana right beside me. So I think Marana has to remain on our list of search places when Mandy arrives. So that's where my head is today. I'm going to just peacefully and calmly acquaint myself with the hood here, Nancy's hood. And I want that escape route. And then I'm just going to follow it and see what else happens. So I'm going to be safe today. And there's a document that we are crossing our fingers on. I've been working on it for the FBI, and I've been very stringent with when I'm going to deliver it. I had wanted to already deliver it, but I have heard some really cool things from Mandy that I won't even put into words yet. I really want this package to go to the family first. I've decided I really want it to go to the family first before it goes to the FBI. Because if you know one thing about law enforcement, they withhold as much as they wish, okay? And you can't count on what they feel like sharing or not. Sorry to say to law officials, but you know that's true. So I don't want to count on them right now. I think this information is best suited in the hands of family. So we're going to do what we can to accomplish that. So wish us luck. Please cross your fingers. There is a GoFundMe. Please help us. Gas is $5 down here, US. What the heck? And we have to drive around aimlessly. So, gosh, if we had 100 people give us $20, we'd be in a great shape right now. So, even if you can't, you know what? One person donated $5, okay? Thank you. And some of my clients have donated. I'm sharing my accommodation with Mandy. She's got a camper, but I want her having a good night's sleep in good air conditioning. So we will use her camper to do desert adventures. But I want her safe when we're here in the city. So I can't wait till she gets here. She's bringing drums. I couldn't bring my rattle. I feel so naked without my rattle. So I just want you guys to know we're taking this seriously, and I am just touched, and I am so trusting of spirit that I'm just going with the flow. I can't believe Mandy is this spontaneous to leave her life, and she even had a great babysitter of her home and animals arrive. I had the same thing. One of my friends needed to have a place to stay, and she threw me so much money. I wouldn't even have asked for it, but she's renting my place, and I vacated. And my 9 cats are extremely safe with my lovely friend Lisa. Lovely Lisa, I love her so much. So for her to back me in Canada allowed me to get here. So I'm just so grateful. And I'm such a warrior. I got to put it into something. So that's where we're at today for Saturday. And for all of you that did suggest that I contact Nico, and I'm so sorry, I can't even remember his full name right now. But several people were suggesting I contact a man that's down here called Nico, and his team did call me. Okay, I did leave a message, and God bless everybody. This is a retired person also doing searching for missing persons. What I did was I gave him a lot of pertinent information on his on the message I sent him, and his people found me and called me. So I do know that even if Nico didn't respond, his team did. So that is amazing. And they were really, really pleasant to speak with, very respectful. And I guess they just said that Nico had a plan on his searches that he was sticking to. They had planned those for quite a while already, so they didn't want to deviate. But I gave them a couple of my direct tips, even though I haven't quite put it into words online yet. I've been keeping some things just to myself because I need to be safe here, people, right? I'm not telling people where I'm going in the desert yet. We're just going to do our own thing. So I think it's wonderful. Nico's only here for a couple of days, so he's got his own thing going on, but I gave them the location that we are considering, and his helper had never heard of it, and I gave them the directions to get there, so they know. And I've just said that those are the coordinates we're starting with. I don't know if they can come back to do any more searches, to be honest. But you know what? For all of the people you are suggesting we connect to, you know what? I think Mandy getting in her vehicle and coming down here is what divinity is trying to line up here. I believe this entire case with Nancy Guthrie, especially considering she's a Christian. Now, depending on the severity of your calling on a Christian level, I respect all levels of calling. I believe Nancy's a Presbyterian, which I believe is not as extreme against mediums. And I know some Christians were flipping out thinking, what the heck was she doing walking into a medium's home? But God is just amazing, and spirits can go where they want when they are deceased. So, and considering spirits who are deceased are living in the all-knowing of the heavens, they also know who they can count on. So Nancy Guthrie walking into my bedroom was no mistake. I am the type of person that if there's something important to follow through, I do. So, everything is in divine order, and nothing has stopped me now. So, to that, I'm just going to say a lovely Saturday to everybody. And the GoFundMe, I'm going to post on my TikTok right after. So if you're finding me, please, please, please help. I don't know how Mandy's going to afford the gas coming all the way down here. She's driving 30 hours. So seriously, 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 please, even $5 from people as a donation will get us into the desert. We're going to be really careful about the amount of water, of course. We're going to like pile up on water, and we have so much gear that has already been donated. Mandy's followers are incredible. She's told me the list of items. So we are already protected with rattlesnake sticks. I can't remember what they're called, but somebody generously donated the proper boots to prevent rattlesnake bites. So that is so amazing. And Mandy just kept listing. I was crying. I can't remember it. She just took me off guard saying, I'm bringing this and I'm bringing this and my people sent me this and my people sent me that. So like, I don't know who all her people are, but I got to say, from my heart to yours, you're protecting me. And I can't believe that. So that's my faith in spirit. It's like, oh my gosh, I wasn't even expecting this. And what I brought to protect myself, to protect myself. Oh, it's so funny. I think I have them here. Hold on. You gotta laugh at this. Okay. I was just trying to travel light, and I was like, I don't know. How am I going to protect myself? I go walking around rattlesnakes. Okay. And because horse is one of the powerful helpers on this trip, I realized I had these amazing, okay, have you ever seen these? Horseback riders. These are like a suede, really thick suede strap-on shin guard. You know, you can slip them under your foot. So this was going to be my remedy against rattlesnakes. I was like, I'm covered. But I just want to graciously thank people that haven't even met me and they're that concerned. So thank you. God bless you too. Because, I don't know, Mandy and I had a conversation real quick about this, and she said, look, Zach's sacred. Oh, I love it. She calls me sacred. I love it. She's sacred. Am I really safe? I was like, heavens, yes. Come on down. Okay. And honestly, my spirits have such armor. They're just not letting me they're just not letting me or anyone who's with me walk into danger. Okay. No way. So I'm going to protect Mandy. Okay. For anybody worried, my spirits will protect Mandy. I have no doubt. Okay, so we're solid. Greatly appreciate what everybody is doing. And let's have some good results here. I'm just letting spirit be the decision maker here. The document's going to get to law enforcement. It's going to get to Nancy's family. And we're going to have breakthroughs. So, okay, so I'm going to just say goodbye and good day for now. And please, send your thoughts. I'm safe here. I can't go wrong in a swimming pool and eating eggs, okay? Waiting for Mandy. Seriously. But Mandy's got 30 hours. She left maybe half an hour ago. So that's what I'm putting my energy on. So, you guys... We'll connect as soon as Mandy gets here. We are definitely going to be doing ceremony. She's got her shamanic teachings. We're going to share some songs, and we're going to move some energy, okay? And we're going to bring some more hope. Faith and hope are the most important in this journey. So let's hope for that success, and we'll certainly keep you posted. Okay, so... over and out for now, everybody. I really appreciate all your energy. And please look for the fundraiser. I'm going to post it in a minute on my TikTok page. And I really appreciate... I got to... you know what? It's really funny, right? Remember when everybody went to Woodstock and, that was kind of a really cool thing to do. I feel like 5 years from now, we're all going to be like, yeah, well, I searched for Nancy Guthrie. That was the thing to do, right? There's a consciousness, a collective consciousness that knows this case is more powerful. And I suspect it is because this could be the time. You have to remember something that's happened. We really have slipped into the age of Aquarian, okay? And for all the spirituality that we are here to embody. A lot of us mediums have been there for a while, right? I've been been like doing this professionally 30 years, and I remember things from as young as like 3 to 9 years old. So it's like I'm 62 now. So this new awakening that is coming as part of the Aquarian age, no one is escaping spirit, okay? You didn't need to be religious. You don't have to be, but spirit drives you. And there are institutions that are changing and falling, and you've seen it since COVID. Law enforcement is being desecrated in Canada. Like, I won't even talk about how few police there really are, but it's being desecrated in its own way. Medical profession has been desecrated in our country, and education system. All these institutions are crumbling and rebuilding on purpose. And where we as human beings will be called to change is going from not being aware and awake, and don't do the woke shit with me. Awake. Awareness and awake, being awake to something. We won't be able to deny truths anymore, because we will all start to see, or we will all start to know the truth when it's right in front of us, right? So with respect to spirit and how we're all evolving, I believe what's supposed to really take shape in this Aquarian age is no more bullshit with people not respecting the energies and the clarity that true clairvoyant mediums, psychics can truly bring to investigation. We know the hokiness that's also in this industry, but I can tell you from what I've witnessed in my home state, province, there is a growth of mediumship abilities that people have never seen going on in Ontario. We have this since COVID. If people were just minimally psychic, they're real psychic. If they were psychic, now they're going into their mediumship. If they were medium, everybody's going into live performances now. You could go and see a different medium in a live performance in Ontario, probably like two a week at least. It's becoming like, how many bands do you want to go see on the weekend? Well, we could go see a few mediums too. So it's an epidemic practically of spiritual growth. So maybe we're the portal for it in Canada, but it's spreading like a disease. Okay, so I think this is what the Nancy Guthrie case is about. I think it could potentially truly be solved by mediums. And what other case has been this virile on video? I've never seen anything like this. I've never been pulled into anything like this. We've never seen this in Canada. I mean, we have cases in Canada that are important, that go on forever, unsolved, unfinished crimes. But I've never seen people get interested like this. So I believe it's because mediumship is supposed to be the new norm. We need mediumship. We need mediums on staff in law enforcement. You guys are running out of manpower. Let's give an example. In Peterborough, Ontario, usually there's 200 officers that will enter the academy each year. 2 years ago, it slipped. What did it go from? I think there were 22 people that entered the academy instead of an average of 200. So where do you think we're going to be with law enforcement if that's what's happening? When we wanted to search for Marilyn Ann Neely it was 2 years ago with the police, we've been waiting for them to do this with us. There were 27 officers that were supposed to be available in Peterborough, Ontario. 20 that September were off with PTSD medically. 20. They had 7 officers. Okay? How does anything happen? So There's issues. So honestly, I think this is what the Nancy Guthrie case is about. Law enforcement, I'm sorry, you know, just what we have witnessed with the Pima County gossip and the lack of coordination between state and federal on this case. No words. So I'm sorry. Real mediumship saves you time. Real mediumship saves you manpower. So I want to see that change. I want to predict that change is supposed to be coming. Police internationally have used psychics and mediums, secretly or not. People know about the remote viewing that CIA and I'm sure FBI is involved into. Come on. So stop being so backdoor with real mediums. This is the BS that seriously needs to change. So that's all I want to say. Sorry for being a little intense on that, but stop lying to yourselves and stop saying bad things about us. We're probably the ones solving it. So I don't know, power to what spirit wants us to do. And let's just solve this. Okay, over and out. I gotta eat. Thank you. I never know how to turn these off. There we go.